Okay, so I just got home from seeing this heart doctor, cardiology doctor. I've never seen this doctor before, and I've been in this building, but I was never in this part of that building, this office in that building before. This was the first time. So I go into the exam room, and the lady does her thing, whatever, and I should have known then, because I was getting the fuzzy, like, head loop feeling. I was getting that. But I don't know, I ignored it, or, I don't know, I just didn't connect it right away. And it was freezing cold in there, like, so cold, I was shivering. And her hands were cold. So she does her thing, and then she leaves. And almost immediately, I hear clicking, and something's over there. I could hear it. And then, the paper that you sit on, that's on a big roll, you know, that paper, that's, I don't know what you call it. I can't remember what, you know, you sit on it, on the doctor, on the table, the doctor's table. And it's on a big roll. That paper happened to be, like, crinkled up. It was, like, crinkled up. And it popped down, like something was pushing down on it. Like, it did that, like, a few times, right in front of me, like, not even a foot away from me. And then, also, I could see, it's almost like it's so hard to describe, but like something transparent moving in the air. You know, you could see it. It's hard to explain, but that, I could see it. And then I would get the head loop feeling, and so I could feel it, I could see it, I could hear it. No doubt. I'm like, oh, this place is haunted. There's something here. So, and I was freezing cold. So I was like getting dizzy from it. It was a little like overwhelming. So the doctor came in, and he mentioned something about it being cold, and I just blurted out, I'm like, yeah, I think it's haunted in here. He's a young guy, and he was like, he said, are you schizophrenic? I said, no, I just can sense these things. So he was like interested in it, and I told him I had a bunch of videos, and he asked to see one of my videos, so I showed him one, and he was like, I'm hard to convince, it's hard to see. I'm like, well, it's on my phone, but yeah, I mean, I get it, I understand, that's okay, you know. And then at the end, I was like, I could still, like, it was overwhelming. It was a little overwhelming to me. So I'm like, you really don't ever see or hear anything here? And he said, no. And I said, I'm surprised that you don't. And he kind of laughed. And he's like, I'm interested in that stuff, but. So anyway, and I left the office, and I was glad to be out of there, because like I said, it was like making me dizzy. And when I was in the elevator, or well, I was about to get on the elevator, I felt like there was something there. And then when the elevator doors opened, there was a bunch of people standing there waiting to get on the elevator, which was kind of odd, because this place is not usually like a group of people waiting. There's just not. But this day, for whatever reason, there was, and kind of like surprised me. And the lady who sits at the front desk, she says, oh, it finally decided to work. So I guess the elevator wasn't working. I don't know, but they were all waiting for the elevator, so it must have taken a long time for it to come down for some reason. I don't know why. They're two elevators, so. Anyway, that was a little weird. And then I just laughed. And it's crazy to me how just some people have the ability to sense these things, and other people just clearly don't, or are oblivious, or I don't know. And I'm wondering, like, you know, if someone's trying to interact with me or communicating with me or whatever, I'd like to know who it is. Like, is that a skill that I can acquire? I'm wondering. And if it is, how do I acquire that? Like, a part of me wants to know, and the other part of me is like, you don't want to know. But I think I do want to know. Like, if I wanted to, could I? Because for a minute, I really thought that an apparition was going to manifest. Like, I really thought, like, that something was going to start looking at me, like, from around the corner of the thing. But that didn't happen. But I just felt like it was going to. I was freaking myself out a little bit. Because I really don't know what I would do if, you know, an actual apparition was that close to... anyways. Does anybody who's listening to this, can anybody say, yeah, that makes sense, so that's happened to me, I had this experience? Can anybody say that, or do I sound schizophrenic to everybody? I don't know. If this is going to happen to me, I'd like to know who it is that's, you know, who's doing this, you know? That would be like, I don't know, I think it would make more sense. I mean, I can't really do anything about it if I don't know who it is that's interacting with me, you know? But I don't know if that's something that I can learn how to do, or I don't know. I really don't know. And if it is, what do I do to make that happen? I don't know. I would just be interested to know if anybody who's hearing this can say that they have had similar experiences, or can, you know, just tell me you've been through this. Can anyone tell me that? I'm tired now. It makes you tired. When you get, like, dizzy like that, it's tiring. I know I gotta have a sonogram on my heart, but I mean, from what he was saying, I think everything's fine.